found a way to make Coke Zero Sugar taste better than ever. Don't believe us? Taste it and become a believer. Go on, try it. New Coke Zero Sugar, now more delicious. Best Coke ever? You bet.
Puts it across. Anderson, pass to Lucic, puts it up on the corner, and Broadly score with a one-hand. Lucic for the corner off the skate, sharp on hand.
From under the dome.
It's beginning to feel a lot like hockey season.
The team came from humble beginnings at the Corral and sealed its legacy at the Saddle Dome.
To on the field.
The Calgary Stampeders have finally given their fans something they've been starving for.
Our sports team goes all in.
Now there's a great story here.
Moses Waldo and Kemi Kepke are on top of their game. Global Sports.
Before the podiums, before the photo finishes, before the cheers, the cowbells, the 5 a.m. training sessions, there was a dream and sporting life.
Winning Motor Trend Truck of the Year 3 times in a row, that had never been done before. Then again, neither had a 12-inch touchscreen or 1,000 pound-feet of torque. Never been done before. It's just kind of our thing.
Flames TV live at the intermission. It's brought to you by your Alberta Ram dealers. The Calgary Flames hold a 6-5 lead after 40 minutes, but 11 goals through those first 2 periods of this hockey game. We had 5 in the first period. Took us forever to do the period recap, but guess what? There's one more to add in there. 6 goals in that middle frame, and it leaves the Calgary Flames up by 1. Let's take a look at what happened in the second period to go on top of what we saw in the very first. And it starts early again. The Oilers scored first minute of the first period. They did so in the first minute of the second as well. This one comes on a power play. Leon Draisaitl scores his second of the game. That would be his 46th of the season. So he scores in the final minute of the first minute of the second. And we got ourselves a tie hockey game. But the responses would be fast and furious in this middle frame. Johnny Gaudreau dancing all over the offensive zone throughout that entire middle frame. This time the patience to find Oliver Shillington, who jumps up into the rush. Both those deep partners have a goal in this game. Tanev in the first, Shillington in the second, and the lead is restored, but it was quickly tied up one more time, and it's another power play marker. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins scores that one, and then it would be back the other way with a back-to-back Matthew Tkachuk goals. That one set up beautifully by Johnny Gaudreau, goes 5-hole. That would end the night for Mikko Koskinen. In comes Mike Smith. Another look at this goal, though, as Johnny just holds and holds, and it would eventually lead to a beautiful opportunity and eventually the goal. And then here's Mike Smith in now. Matthew Tkachuk scores his second straight. And we got ourselves a 2-goal lead once again, 32 on the year for the Calgary Flames. Johnny Gaudreau, I should say for Matthew Tkachuk, and 2-goal lead for the Flames. And then a quick response here at the end of that middle frame, and that would be Leon Draisaitl's hat-trick goal. It's a 1-goal lead for the Calgary Flames. They almost made it a 2-goal lead right here on this power play opportunity. Tyler Toffoli goes as close as you can get without finding the back of the net. Crossbar, post, and then out. So instead, that's where we stand here through 40 minutes. That 6-5 lead in favor of the Calgary Flames. The shots fairly evened out, 27-22. It's the power play, the difference right now for the Edmonton Oilers, 3 for 5. The 2 opportunities for the Calgary Flames in that middle frame, and they go 0 for 2. But we still have a third period to come, and it'll be on the way shortly. Let's first take a look at what's happening around the National Hockey League, our out-of-town scoreboard. 12 games on the slate here across the National Hockey League, 11 outside of this building, just 2 that are still ongoing. But there you see the Boston Bruins, 6-3 winners over the New York Islanders, 4 goals in the middle frame of that one. Evgeny Dadonov scores the overtime winner for Vegas as they win in overtime. Another overtime winner was Calgary native Braden Point scoring to beat the Detroit Red Wings on the road, and Vancouver Canucks 4-1 winners over the Dallas Stars as we continue to churn through it. Montreal Canadiens get a pair of goals in the third period. They beat the Toronto Maple Leafs on home ice 4-2. Alex Ovechkin scores the game winner for the Caps as they knock off the Devils 7-2. Carolina over St. Louis. And then you got a couple of games here that are still ongoing on the out-of-town scoreboard. LA, as you take a look at that Pacific Division standing boards, they're up 3-1 on Seattle, and then San Jose and Anaheim in the second period. The Sharks leading that one by a count of 2-0. All right, there's a look at your second period recap. It's brought to you by your Alberta Ram dealers. Calgary Flames up 6-5, and we still have a period to go. The Flames and Oilers. Third period puck drop is coming up next.